except the curtain that rises to the stage. Silly games of second guessing. I just forget the lessons that I couldn't learn, because one street over there's a life I could have known that would have kept me from the one I had today.
Oh, good morning. How you doing? This is 1100 WSG. I'm Utah Learn, and this is one street over. Seeing you into it. I walk in the radio station, and I know I'm a teacher, and I'm supposed to be sleeping in and all that kind of stuff, you know. But I'm just so thankful I still get to do this. Man, I'm an old radio clown, and just being able to continue to keep my toe in radio water, it's just kind of fun. Thank you, Ebenezer Broadcasting. I appreciate it so very, very much, because you know, it's a little hard waking up when I don't absolutely have to, but I enjoy getting up and, you know, coming and talking to all y'all. And talking to my friend Kaleb. Messaged him the other day, and I said, hey, come on in here this week, because I'm getting my right knee replaced Monday. I'm so excited. Not really. But, you know, I'm just ready to get it
So,
done.
yeah, most people don't, yeah.
Well,
I mean, I can see you're excited, but then at the same time, it's like you got to have surgery.
Yeah, but it's one of those things that needs to happen, and so it just needs to happen. So it's time. So I'm ready to get it done and be healed. I wish they'd do both of them at the same time, and if I did that, it was going to knock me out of going on my Mexico mission trip, and so I couldn't talk them into that. So I'm like, well, fine, we'll get this one done. And then we'll get the other one done right before school starts. So I'll probably be going to school on crutches, but, you know, but I'll have them both done this summer. So that'll be good. Yeah, I'm an old woman, y'all. It's just what you do. I'm just so thrilled that we can get new parts, man. So I don't have to limp the rest of my life. So, but this is a big week with Springfield. My goodness, we got all kinds of stuff going on.
I saw that. I saw it on their Facebook page or something. Yeah,
it's crazy. We've got he's here to talk about the fishing rodeo, because we got the fishing rodeo going on, and of course all the summer sports and things are happening right now. And so we just encourage you to, you know, be involved in all of it. It's all wonderful. But we've also got First Friday Night Market. We've got the barbecue throwdown. So Trent Cobb's coming in at 7:30 to talk about that. Thank you.
Is he bringing some samples, or?
Yeah, you got to go out there tomorrow.
Yeah.
But or no, today's Thursday. Yeah, tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just.
It was Monday.
Yeah, I know, it's so goofy. But you can go. Trent will be in here to talk about the barbecue throwdown, of course, the wing competition tomorrow night, which is for my father's house, I'm pretty sure, again this year. And then, of course, the barbecue competition Saturday. The fishing rodeo is going on. I said First Friday Night Market. What else are we missing? Well, I heard them talking about they're going to start up the movie nights in the park again. I heard that on the news just now. There's just so much going on. It's just so cool. We just have the coolest town ever. And one thing about First Friday Night Markets, I forgot to mention, Lee Marie's going to do some line dance teaching. So Lee Marie, you know, she does the shows in here and fills in for me, and appreciate her so much. But she's going to be teaching some line dancing, so that's going to be awesome. You're going to want to be a part of all of those things. So there you go. That's kind of what we're unpacking today. And since I'm going to be out for a little bit, for sure next week, I said, Kaleb, come on in here and let's talk. And that way you can get back to business this month. And we won't visit with you then until July. And, man, summer's going to be gone before you know it. We'll have one more visit after this before we get back to, you.
I'm ready.
Already ready.
Summer hasn't even started yet.
Really, for y'all. And the boating season is just rough for y'all, isn't it?
It can be. It hasn't been too bad this year because of the weather.
Okay.
It's rained almost every weekend. So.
So that makes them behave.
Thankfully.
Yeah. Okay. Very good. Well, so we've got that going on, but so before we get too much into all the things that are happening, otherwise, let's unpack everything to go with the fishing rodeo. This is really, who puts this on? The city puts it on, and y'all just participate, right? Or y'all one of the facilitators?
So this whole free fishing day is because of us.
Okay.
Tennessee.
So it's a free fishing day, and the different communities then have a fishing rodeo.
Right.
Right?
So, yes,
Okay.
correct. So the Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency puts on the free fishing day across the state, and then they spend, no telling how much money sponsoring these events.
Yeah.
And some of the smaller ones, they'll cook lunch and do burgers and hot dogs and stuff like that. But some of these bigger ones, it's a little harder to do that. Like Springfield has probably one of the larger ones, I'd say, in the state.
Well, that's the question Terry and I were asking yesterday. That I don't know, for some reason I was thinking we were the largest. We're pretty close,
I have to
right?
get the numbers, but I mean, it's pretty large, and it's grown over the years. And Mike Murdoch used to do it a lot, and it got good. And then when I took over, it got a little better, not because of me, but because of the city.
Right.
And now that Jason's doing it, still the same way. I mean, Terry and them have knocked it out of the park. They really have.
They really have. And they're doing online registration now.
I was hoping they mentioned that. Yeah, I heard. I can't think of her name. The girl that took the lady's place.
You talking about Ace? No.
No. She works at the center. But anyway, she's in charge of it now.
Okay.
She puts it on. But she told me that they were going to do online registration. I was like, "Ooh, that's going to be a big help for them." So
you better believe it.
And they've taken a lot of weight off our shoulders. We used to do 90% of the work there, and now they bring in a lot of their employees and stuff. And like I said, they kill it.
Knock it out of the park.
They do a great job, and they got the DJ going on out there. And you were there last year. It was just like a big party. And
it was fun.
Catching fish, and they got
fun.
Snow cones and stuff, and
it was so much fun.
Few refreshments, but
yeah.
It's a great thing.
It is. And the kids, I mean, it's one thing too. Oh, one event, I'm just going to chase the squirrel real quick. There was one other event. I knew there was one other event I need to mention. Seeds of Hope Tour of Gardens is going on this weekend too. Go to Eventbrite and get your tickets. You can go to Martha Song and see all the different places you can visit. I am definitely going to go and hit up the places over there on Garner Street, the Woodard House. I'm going to definitely go there because I'm just trying to learn stuff about what to put where. And so I'm going to hit up a few of these on Saturday morning before I go to the baseball game. But that's going on as well this weekend. So be sure and get your tickets to Seeds of Hope Tour of Garden. Even if you can't go, just buy tickets, maybe give them to somebody. It's a donation to Martha Song. You can always go to Martha Song Facebook page and support the work where they help people that are dealing with cancer in Robeson County, men or women. And it's just an amazing charity. So that's going on too. So, but back to the fishing rodeo. Last year we went for the first time. My little grandson, my oldest, I've got 4 now. I'm getting old, man. I got 4 grandkids. And so we went, and my daughter-in-law's father, huge sportsman. He passed away right before COVID, or right at the beginning of COVID. Not of COVID, but he was just an avid sportsman. So we really want to keep that alive in the kiddos. So all the kids, in honor of him, her mother has gotten them those lifetime licenses, right?
Right.
So we just want to use it. So, but this is a free day.
I was going to say, yeah.
This is a free day.
Doesn't count.
So he fishes every opportunity he gets, and he's good. He's just a good sportsman. He's just really into it. So we got him, and he spent the night with us. And I told him, I said, we got to get up early. They say to get in line. Yeah, we got there because I think the gates open at 7, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that.
Maybe.
And I think officially at 7, but we got in line at 6. Mm-hmm. There were so many people already. It was crazy.
Yeah, they want to get to their spot.
Yes. And I know which spot is the spot too, because those are the ones who pulled the most fish out of that lake. And so I had already strategized what we were going to do and how we were going to get in there. And I'll tell you, I told Terry, I said, I think the thing you need to do is take you a little tarp to sit your chair on and stuff, so you're not standing in that goose mess.
Oh yeah, the goose craps everywhere.
Oh, that was the only thing last year. I was like, ew. It was just, of course, I'm a hog farmer's daughter, so I'm like, okay, we'll hose off the shoes.
Still nasty though.
Yeah, it really is. And
there's a lot of geese out there. I drove by the other day. The city was out there mowing grass and cutting shrubs and getting everything ready and nice, and there was a bunch of geese out there. So
it's like, oh well, what do you do?
Yeah.
So, but it'll be a great time. And Rowan, the way they do it, whoever they have all these prizes set up. They'll do those at first when they start handing out prizes. And they have prizes for the boys' side and the girls' side, and they give away bikes and things like that. Really cool prizes for the ones who win. They get the biggest fish, the most fish, and all that. But then every kid gets a prize.
I say everybody gets
Gets a prize.
We've always tried to make that
and that is the coolest thing. And they were drawing numbers, and Rowan was probably one of the last one to get drawn.
Yeah, I remember that.
But he ended up getting exactly what he wanted, a really nice fishing rod. And he's like, he just couldn't believe it. And so, I mean, it's a fun time. Great. Your kid will just have the best time. But you've got to have, you can't use fake lures. You got to have worms or we were joking
just
around
natural
that.
bait,
Yeah, we were joking around that you can get some Chick-fil-A.
You can. Yeah.
Somebody was fishing with something like that. Well, I guess Chick-fil-A wasn't open last year.
Well, no, there's this one family. I mean, they spend no telling how much money on bait. I mean, they have like shrimp, like they get shrimp and
I think that's okay.
I mean, all kinds of stuff. I'm
Yeah.
like, I wouldn't use that I'm eating that.
Yeah, that's my lunch.
Yeah, like that looks
Speaking of-
delicious. It looks I'd eat it. But yeah, they're using shrimp and chicken livers and just all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, that's fun. I'll probably take him out fishing there in a few weeks once baseball calms down because that's a good place to fish.
Yeah, and I don't know who we can thank for that because used to years ago, and not even that long ago, probably 7-8 years ago, it was closed. The city did not let people fish in there at all.
Really?
The only time it was fished was during the fishing rodeo, and it was kids only, no adults at all. Now once we get done with our fishing rodeo, we open it up to the adults too.
Oh yeah.
It's actually closed right now, so just letting everybody know that do not go down there and fish.
Well, for 2 weeks prior to the fishing rodeo is the way I remember it, right?
It's still closed, yeah.
Yeah.
So
well, because they haven't stocked it yet either. Because they
actually got it stocked yesterday, I think.
Oh, they did? Okay. Because I know
Days
Terry
are
was
together,
saying
but
he
I think
wasn't
it was
sure when they were going to, but a few days before they put the extra stock in there, and we're talking big fish.
Yeah,
they
they're
put in.
good sized catfish, and they all don't get caught, so there's some big ones in there from last year,
You
too.
better believe it.
But, yeah, actually, I think they put the fish in yesterday.
So do they stock it with catfish?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And other fish. They put other little fish in there, too.
Yeah,
sometimes.
because are there bass in there?
Oh, yeah, lots of bass. There's some good bass caught in there last year.
Yeah,
so.
see, I like bass. I'm not a catfish fan.
Bass, obviously,
Ugh.
lots of bluegill and perch, but
I know a lot of people
green
love
sunfish,
catfish.
but-
I grew up with that stuff.
Yeah.
We had two ponds full of catfish, and we ate catfish a lot. And so I'm not a super big fan of catfish anymore. But nonetheless, talking with Kaleb Stratton, he is I'm gonna mess it up again. Regional sergeant,
district
sergeant. Why do I always say regional? district sergeant for wildlife resources, and Jason is our wildlife resource officer. He was in last time. And I always enjoy visiting with him. Y'all can come in together,
Well, he's actually, he took my boat this morning. He's going over to the academy this morning to help teach our new guys. They're doing some boating accident and boating under the influence training.
Wow.
This week, so.
I heard a comedian the other day. I guess it was Nate Bergetzi. Have you heard him?
Oh, yeah.
He's from Old Hickory. We just love you, Nate. Oh my gosh, you're so fun. Representing Tennessee well. But he was talking about his sister getting a boat. I don't like boating. It's like it's either drunks or 8-year-olds driving. And I just laughed. I was like, oh, you're so right. But anyway, it's like the Wild West out there. But that's kind of what y'all experience is just that people think there's no rules on the water.
Yep.
And there are.
And people that are great drivers on the road, they think they can drive a boat, and then they realize there's no brake pedal on a boat,
You got to be careful. I mean, we had a very tragic accident last year up in Nashville where somebody in a kayak got killed. Mm-hmm. And that happened early in the season, didn't it? I kind of feel like.
I think so. It was pretty early. And
it just, devastated the life of the one who got killed and the one who ran over her because I think we were talking about the fact this was somebody that's just a good person, and it was just a horrible accident because they didn't have control of the boat, and they didn't see her. Maybe is what it was.
It was real foggy that morning. I think.
Yeah, that's just so tragic. And man, if you're going to get out in a kayak, if you're going to do those kinds of things, I'm going to say it again. Put one of those bike flags. We had those. Those were cool in the 70s. We put them on our bikes.
As highly visible as possible.
You better believe
Neon green, yellow life jackets, whatever you can get.
But I think those flags on the back. If you're going to get out on a big body of water, you better have some kind of a tall flag on your boat, on your kayak. And to me, that's a no-brainer. I mean, I guess you can still get those little flags
Oh yeah,
we used to,
yeah.
we used to put on our bikes,
People
but you know,
put them on bikes and go karts and everything. So
yeah. I would think
yeah,
that
you
you could
need
get 'em.
just be seen as much as possible. I tell people that, and
Mm-hmm.
there's nothing illegal about being in the middle of the lake. But when we stop people and check them, I try to tell them like, look, just you can be out here, but I'd stay as close to the shore as possible.
Yeah.
Just
The boat
stay
will run over
close.
you. I mean, we were talking, I guess it was Jason I was talking to. I said, I guess because I'm a really good swimmer, I said, I guess if I were saying I come in, I'd dive,
Yeah.
and just get under it, but a lot of people just don't have the,
Well, she probably couldn't see the boat either.
oh, I doubt she
mean,
even
just
knew
because,
it
like I
was
said, it
there.
was foggy, real foggy, and
Oh,
just
that's awful. Of course, I mean, in a kayak, like you're going to dive out of a boat, but I'm talking about just if I were swimming, because he said people would just take off swimming across the lake.
oh yeah, we'll be out there
You
working,
know?
and you'll look and be like, what is that out there? And it's like, oh, there's somebody swimming, and
Yeah.
we don't let them. We just tell them they got to go back. So we put them in our boat and take them back to the shore and put them
Well,
back.
and
If
people
you're going to
want-
swim, swim up and down the shore pretty close to that.
people
Don't.
want to do distance swimming, and
Yeah.
I get that because I love distance swim. I'd rather swim than anything, and I get it. And I think it would be a blast just to swim
Mm-hmm.
for 30 minutes one way, and know my limit, and
Right.
then come, just like somebody was going, I'm gonna go run a mile. I would love to swim a couple of miles,
Mm-hmm.
and or at least I don't know how far I'd swim, but I love to do distance swimming.
Right.
And at least I did when I was younger. My shoulders kind of not there now, but I get that. And there's people who triathlon train that would be part of it. So I get it, but man, you got to be safe about it. You got to be safe about it. So you see the movies where the SEALs are training and they take out across, and they
Yeah,
swim,
get out of the
and
ocean and
run.
go.
Yeah. So, but anyway, talking with Kaleb Stratton, he is our district sergeant. Got it right.
There you go.
There we go. He drives a cool truck and has a boat. I didn't know you had a boat.
Yeah, I've
You
got
have a wildlife resources boat.
So mine is yes, but it's a jet drive boat, so it's smaller. It's only a 17-foot boat that
But
I use
how
mainly on the
stinking
rivers and stuff.
cool.
So
How cool. Your kids must think you're just like a Superman.
yeah,
They do. I mean, your boys must be like, oh man, my dad's got the cool toys.
yeah.
That's fun.
So-
Living the dream.
Part of I mean, it's our tools. That's what we use, and I've
Yeah.
got a kayak too. So, they give me a kayak and I jump on the river and go
fun.
intermingle. So
Aren't you? I mean, what a fun thing to do. So it's
can be.
Yeah, it can be. But y'all behave. Y'all remember, this one thing we were talking, I don't know who I was talking to. I guess I was talking to Jessica with Sheriff's Office, our public informations officer. But she was telling me, we were talking about the law enforcement side of what y'all do. And you guys are law enforcement, and I think people sometimes are like, oh, it's a wildlife officer. They can arrest yourself. They can arrest you. Okay. I mean, and that's something I don't think I ever really thought about. But because
so
I asked
our-
them, I asked her, I said, what if they get a DUI on the lake? I said, do they have to call you guys to arrest them? She goes, no, they make the arrest. I'm like, really?
Yeah, so that's called, and
Yeah.
actually that's changed a lot lately. So that's boating under the influence. So it's a
Yeah.
B instead of a D, BUI, boating under the influence.
Mm.
And it used to not coincide with DUI laws, but now it does. So let's say if you have one DUI on the road and then you get pulled over in a boat for BUI, then it's going to be a BUI second offense.
Really?
Even though it's your first time in a boat, and vice versa. So if you get one in a boat and then you get one on the road, it can be a DUI second.
Whoa.
So those laws are really coinciding with each other. The penalties are about the exact same now.
How do you? Is it different in the sense that if you pull somebody over in a boat, I mean, are you a little more lenient, or
No,
I mean, no,
it's,
you have to.
Because these standardized tests that we use
Yeah.
are all the same tests. It gets anyway. It's there. It gets kind of complicated, but
Right,
all these tests are standardized tests that have been.
like eyes and
proven.
all that kind of thing.
Yeah,
with
the
that.
eyes are the biggest thing because the eyes don't lie, and you can't fake that test.
No, you
You
can't.
can't keep your eyes from doing what they're not wanting to do. So,
Mm.
but on the boat we use what's called a seated battery test. So all of our tests on the boat are sitting down because we can't really go to land and do the normal walk and
Yeah.
turn and the one leg stand. So we do a lot of hand coordination tests.
Okay.
And obviously your eyes. But we did something fun this past weekend actually with THP and Metro. It was called, it was funny, they called it Operation Surf and Turf. And so we,
That sounds fun.
it was fun.
Sounds yummy.
It was really fun. We had about 30 officers between us, TWA, Metro, and THP. We got out on the water, and we had a bunch of our guys out there on our boats, and THP got on the boats with us, and they got to come out, and they were excited because, they drive cars. They
Yeah.
don't get to drive boats.
Yeah.
So they got out on the boats with us, and we let them play around a little bit and work, and we made 2 BUI arrests, boating under the influence arrest, on Friday night, a few citations for reckless operation and stuff. And so they got to see what we do, and then not that we don't know what each other do necessarily. Well, nobody knows what we do, so it was cool for them. And then we went back to our little rendezvous point, and we ate supper and hung out for a while. And from 11 to 1, we worked a DUI checkpoint on Bell Road in Nashville for a couple hours, and that was eye-opening to see. It opened my eyes because I was out there on the line with them, and it's crazy how many intoxicated people. I think we ended up with 12 that night.
Yep.
Total. That are just driving on our roads that you would never know,
Yep.
that has a possibility to kill you or your family.
Yep.
So
It's incredible.
it was crazy.
Yeah.
I think, like I said, I don't have the numbers on this phone, but I think we ended up, I don't know how many it was. I believe it was like 12 DUI/BUI arrests that day,
Dog,
just in a
man.
few hour period. I mean,
People. Why? I just don't
I heard
know.
one of the troopers say, who was the supervisor down there, he's like, this was the busiest checkpoint I've ever been involved in, and he's been working for 20-something years. So,
Wow.
but it was really fun. I mean, it's fun getting in there and doing that stuff.
Just
with
seeing
other
what's
guys.
going on. I had to when I was something to do with radio. They had us ride along with officers doing DUIs at something to do with Channel 17. I think I don't know how I ended up doing this, but I went along. My husband and I went along with them to go to some DUI checkpoints and arrests. And well, we interviewed people in a bar about how many drinks they could have before they
Yeah.
were under the influence, and all they're like, oh, I can, they thought they could throw it back, and it's like, no, you can't. And what was so bizarre is we had this one lady that they were arresting, and she wasn't even that intoxicated, and they put her in the back of the police car, and she tried to kick out the window.
Yeah.
I mean, she was crazy. I mean, she went nuts. And then they arrested this other woman who looked like she could be a bank president. I mean, just all polished up and dressed up, and she was highly intoxicated and poised. I mean, you would have never thought it. And it's bizarre. It was
Well,
just
now
bizarre to watch it.
It's not just alcohol now. I mean, it's all
Yeah.
kinds of
Yeah.
pills and drugs
Sure.
and just all kinds of stuff, and you just never know
It's crazy.
what you're going to come up with. And everybody's always stuck on, and I think Jason may have touched on this a little bit, but a lot of people are stuck on this. You hear .08 all the time. It's like, well, you can't tell me I'm not .08, and that has nothing to do with it. .08 is something for the courts. That has nothing to do with us. So we arrest impaired drivers, whether it's on the highway or on the water. Because our officers end up, we get off the lake sometimes at midnight, and we're driving home, and we get behind a drunk driver and end up having to take them to jail too. And
Wow.
people are the same way. They're like, oh, I didn't know you could do that. And like, yeah, we're state police officers, so we do it all.
See, and I didn't realize that until Jessica started explaining it to me. And I was like, oh man, I'm glad because I've been hit 2 times in my life by a drunk driver. I was in a car accident when I was in 4th grade. We were hit head on by a drunk driver, terrible accident. Miracle that we all survived. And then I was rear-ended by a drunk driver here just on 49. And so I don't get it. I don't get it. Don't do that. Just don't do it. And I just don't understand it. But it's one of those things too that the tragic accidents that can cause. I mean, I did traffic for a long time, guys. People that are out in the morning drunk. And I'm like, what are you thinking? I know what I was going to ask you. You're talking about impaired driving. I really fight getting sleepy behind the wheel. That's impaired driving. Can you arrest somebody for being? Because I mean, I've had times.
Yeah.
I fell asleep at the wheel my freshman year of college and put a car in a pond.
Yeah.
Bad accident, and it's wonder I walked away from that one too. But so that taught me. But I still, man, sometimes because I don't sleep really great, and I go like a wildcat all the time. And every now and then coming home from Nashville or something, if I have something in Nashville particularly, I'll get super sleepy behind the wheel and I'll pull over. But now sometimes I've caught myself kind of swerving a little bit and I'm like, what am I doing? That's impaired driving. Would you arrest somebody for being sleepy behind the wheel? What's the cause on
You
that?
probably wouldn't show signs like you would with alcohol
No.
or drugs.
Yeah, absolutely.
But there's a thing out there, and I don't have it, and I can't think of it, but I'm wanting to say, like, if you're up for a 24-hour span, that would be the same as having a blood alcohol level of a .10.
Wow.
Yeah, or it's something like that. I mean, it's like it makes you
So
feel
your
like
eyes
you're
and your,
intoxicated.
I mean, that's the thing. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think your eyes would really show anything.
Yeah.
But when you said, and we say impairment, like just so people know, and it's like people always think they say, "Well, I passed the test you gave me." And it's like, "Well, no, you didn't. You may think you did, but you don't know what they're looking for." There's a ton of just little clues that you're looking for.
Yeah.
And it's impaired driving, so it's not under the influence, or I mean, you are under the influence, but we're not looking for .08. We're looking for impairment. And you may I may be impaired at a .01 where you may be impaired at a .10. It's different.
Okay.
We get some people out there that, because they may not be impaired and they've drank a lot, and after we're done, we'll get them to blow in a little personal breath test that we have, just to see what they are. I mean, we can't do anything legally about it, but and it surprises you a lot when you're like, oh wow.
When we did that thing for when we did the little promotional thing that we were talking to people, it was astounding. I was blown away. I was just like, oh my gosh. And I just on the backside of that, we had to cover an accident where somebody that was impaired drove under a tractor across the interstate, drove under a tractor trailer, and of course there was nothing left. Yep. But it was a terrible accident. And I mean, it's just don't do it, guys. Just don't do it.
Yeah, just and I think, like I said, Jason may have mentioned it, but there's a lot of companies out on Percy Priest. If you rent a boat, you can hire a boat captain to come out there and
yes, you can have a designated driver.
Know? Yes,
How
so you
crazy.
get the best of both worlds out there.
Yeah.
So
I mean, there's just all kinds of options if you want to get out on the water. I'm not one that really likes boating. I'm like Nate Bargatze. I don't care anything about it. I just soon, sit on the edge and just enjoy the sunshine and the summertime breeze. But every now and then, I guess my kid, one of my boys has a boat and he just loves it. And I keep thinking I'm going to go out with him sometime, but and he's the one that served in the military. So
Monday through Thursday are great days to go out on the lake.
Really?
Well, yeah, because nobody's out there.
Okay. Yeah. So in the afternoon.
Monday through Thursday.
So I could go out there one afternoon after he gets off work and talk him into taking me out. Okay.
That, and if you do go out on the weekends, I always tell people, get out there early and then get off by 12 or 1. That's when all the crazies get, or they may be late, but at least they're not drunk yet until after lunch,
I love it. So with, and I saw Trent come in, so we're going to have to wrap it up here. We're talking with Kaleb Stratton. He is our district sergeant. I've just got to write that down beside your name so I quit calling you regional.
Just put it in your phone.
Yeah, I know. So he's our district sergeant for wildlife resources, living the dream. He is living his dream job. His kids think he's a superhero because he's got all the cool trucks and boats and all that stuff. And this is the fishing rodeo weekend. That's why we want to have him in early. It is Saturday. I'm pretty sure the gate opens at 7. People will be out there 6 o'clock, guys, to get their spot. And you'll fish from 8 to 10. And whoever, there's a prize for the most caught, the largest caught for boys and girls. And every kid gets a prize and good prizes. I can attest to it. Yep. We took our grandson last year. And then we left there and we went to the barbecue throwdown. And that's all good eating.
Had your lunch and left, yeah.
Oh my gosh. And we went to the wing thing on Friday night. We had just a big weekend last week. So just a lot of things going on. And again, the Martha Song Seeds of Hope is going on as well. And First Friday Night Market. What do you want to do this weekend? There's so much. And the weather's going to be awesome. So that's happening. Be sure and be a part of it. You can register online. It will save you some time and help them out as well. You want to be a part of it. Just one quick question, just completely opposite. Is turkey season still going on?
No, it's over.
It's over. Yep. Well, them little strutting turkeys out in my yard, they got a reprieve then till fall. We have a big old Tom that is just strutting around like, y'all didn't get me this year. Yeah. And I'm telling you.
We're saving you for Thanksgiving.
He's a sassy thing. Yeah. You can just tell. We got turkeys everywhere. We have some of my kids from school come out and fish, and the other day they're like, can we hunt, Miss Vivio? I'm like, nope, you're not hunting out here. I'll let you fish, but no hunting. So, but anyway, anything that we haven't covered, you think we need to cover? Just be safe on the lake.
That's it. Just don't drink and drive. Same thing you've been told since kindergarten.
Yeah, don't drink and drive your boat, y'all.
Yeah,
don't do it.
Boat,
don't do it.
Boat, car, whatever.
Absolutely. But, you have a wonderful summer, and I'll see you in July. Yeah. It'll be almost time to get back to school when I see you again.
July 1st is on a Monday, so it'll be kind of early. July 15th will be our next day.
Oh, okay. We'll have just, yep.
You still got a few weeks. When do y'all go back to school?
We go back to school August, like the first Monday in August. We have a professional development day for teachers.
That is horrible timing because that's the week of the fair. Go back to the fair starts on the 6th.
Yeah. We're back in school that week. And we'll talk to Trent a little bit about the fair timing. The reason why it's timed that way is because to get the to get the carnival that we love, that's what we had to do.
Yeah.
So we were able to do it later last year, but to have the same carnival presenters, we had to, and it's worth it to have the right carnival out there.
We just need to talk to Mr. Weeks and we'll move school to the 13th. How's that? 12th?
Yeah, that's a school board decision. I don't think that's not Dr.
We
Weeks.
can't make that decision here?
Huh?
You and I can't make that decision?
No. See, I'm going to Mexico. As soon as I'm leaving for Mexico the Friday after you're in here for the mission trip. So, I mean, it is really going to be. Last year, Dr. Causey said, I was like, I can't believe I'm off during the summer. He goes, oh, it'll be like a long weekend, LaVern. You'll be back in school before you blink.
Yeah. You got in-service and everything else, right?
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
See
Be
y'all.
safe out there. And y'all be nice to this man, okay? He's out there to keep you safe. God bless you. Thank you, Kaleb. We're going to take a break, and we're going to make the switch and wait for Trent Cobb to come on in here. We're going to talk about Barry and Rebecca Richards with the Exit Prime Realty Group, Exit Prime Realty. They are, of course, a new branch in the Exit tree. If you want to talk to Barry or Rebecca Richards with Exit Prime Realty, you can reach out to either one. They took the office, her agency office, out of White House and combined it with the brokerage office that Barry has right here on the downtown square to bring you Exit Prime Realty. And if you want to reach out to them, 615-504-7425. They are cross-Planians. They've been there for about 30 years now. So they specialize in Robertson County properties, but they also buy and sell in the surrounding counties and across the state line in Kentucky because they're from Kentucky just like me. So they are the whole package. He's a marketer. He can do the drone footage, the photography, the videography, all those things, walkthrough tours. He came over to my audio video class and taught the kids we were talking about just the importance of audio and video in all different industries, and real estate's huge in that. And he was showing them how to do walkthrough tours and did an indoor drone. It was so much fun. But they are so much fun to work with. They work so well in the community, doing so many cool things. And if you want to reach out to them, you can Google them, Barry or Rebecca Richards, Exit Prime Realty, or you can just give Rebecca a call, 615-504-7425, 615-504-7425. And as always, please let them know that U-Turn sent you. And as we get on back into the show here, my friend Trent Cobb is making he's here doing this, and we were talking to the fair. So before we get into the barbecue throwdown, let's talk. The fair is early. That's something that Kaleb mentioned.
Yes.
That the fair is earlier this year. He's on the fair board. Who is your president this year?
Chad.
Chad is the president.
Gregory. Yep.
And but Trent's just my guy. We just like to talk. So he's the one. You can bring Chad in here sometimes if you want to, but this is barbecue day anyway. But,
this is all things barbecue. So,
yes, but he mentioned the fair being early. So I kind of explained it to people, but explain to them why we're having the fair the first week of August this year.
Because to keep the carnival group that we have, which is Kissel Entertainment, which is one of the premier carnival groups in the nation, we had to arrange our dates to arrange with their schedule. And this is just a 1 year thing, so hopefully
maybe next year we'll go later.
We'll go later, but to keep the best, we had to do this.
Yeah.
So,
and it's the week school starts. I know, but that's okay. We'll just, because honestly and truthfully, first week of school, it's just
it's like the last week of school.
It really is. It really is. We're all just kind of getting acclimated. So let's the fair would be fine. But since Kaleb and I were talking about that, so since you're on the fair board, I wanted to mention that.
Yep.
But this is barbecue throwdown. Now it's the wings competition. Is it going to my father's house again?
Yes.
So are all the funds that you raise going to that? Because y'all vote on it with your money on Saturday as well, right? Don't we? We have a people's choice.
There's a people's choice, but you just drop a ticket in.
Oh, it's a ticket.
It's just a ticket on the people's choice.
Okay. I was thinking it was money.
Yeah. So now you're welcome to give a donation.
Sure.
At the thing, because you're coming through and you can eat. I think there is 20 for the actual people's choice. 25 or 26 teams signed up for that.
Wow.
So there'll be 25 or 6 different different pans of barbecue to try.
Mm-hmm.
So you come through the line, you get a plate, you get a ticket, and there's a jar there if you want to drop donations in, but you can go through and try all 25 if you want to. Now, just take a little pinch if you're going to do that. Don't get 2 or 3 different mouthfuls of all of them, because you'll be pretty sick time you're through.
You'll be so full. My husband and my grandson ate so much barbecue and chicken wings last year. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
They stuffed their face, and the chicken wings on they were a little bit hot for me. Everything just kind of I'm not a spicy person at all, and so I got a hold of something hot, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna back off a little bit. But now there's some that aren't going to be spicy, but they're not a lot.
And in the wing division this year, I think there are 30 teams.
Wow.
So if you come down and just try one, you can't. I mean, well, I can't. Somebody can probably, like Mark could probably go through and eat 30 wings. I don't know, but
yeah. I mean, but here's the thing, they don't charge you, but yes, bring your money because it's for a worthy cause, and you vote with your dollar.
Yeah.
So come out with whatever you need. If you want singles, bring fives. If you can donate $100, and just get in your head, you're donating to our homeless shelter, and so just kind of get in your mind what you would want to donate to them. Get you some change, put that in your pocket, and make sure you put every bit of it in those jars and vote for your favorite. And you will have so much fun. I love coming to these community events because you see people you don't see normally.
Mm-hmm.
And I say any of these events are like a reunion, like, oh, how are you doing?
Yeah.
And the more you do that, the more you're going to get to know folks around town. And we've got such a great community. Such a great community.
And like I say, this weekend alone, there's just, it's nonstop entertainment or free things to do.
Yes.
And a lot of people say, well, you're having it on the first Friday night market. Well, the fairgrounds is close enough to the square.
You can do both.
That you can absolutely do both.
You better believe it.
And like I say, whether you want to go to the market first, because the wing competition starts at 7, the turn in is they have to have them all turned in by 6:45.
Okay.
So they're all lined up and ready to go. And at 7 o'clock, we say a prayer and eat. So I mean, if you want to go to the market and hang out there for a little while and then come eat, or if you want to come by and eat, then go to the market, just however you want to do it.
And I mean, you can make a wonderful night of it, because you can go hit up the wing competition. Buzzy Pool and Fortunate Sons are playing, which is just an awesome band up, and that's on the downtown square for First Friday Night Market. So you can absolutely make a night of it.
Exactly.
And and
it costs nothing to get in down at either one. Both of these events are free. Like I said, you're going to have to buy supper somewhere.
Oh yeah.
So why not donate some money to a worthy cause
and
get your fill of wings,
It is so good.
And you can bring your own drink, whatever you want to do. We will have drinks for sale down there, and potato chips and stuff like that. Just hopefully, if you do get one of them hot wings, you can, put a little something in there to kind of calm it down.
I'm a wimp with it, and but now my grandson, boy, he just chowed down. He had it all. I had great pictures just all over his face.
Oh yeah,
it was fun. It was so much fun. But,
and this year too, we're separating it in 2 divisions. Now all the money still goes. It's all the donations are still, going to my father's house. But the competitor side, with them being tied in with the hometown people, they felt like they wasn't getting a fair shake, because it was like, well, yeah, I know this guy right here. I'm going to vote for his wings, So we've broken it down into 2 separate categories, where you have the professionals, the competitor side, and then you have the me and Ernie and a few others that are going to be down there, Henry Dean.
Okay. Yeah.
So
Brian Pulley keeps saying he's going to do it one of these days, because he says he can throw down some wings with United Way.
He ain't showed up to do it. So there you go. But like I say, but also though, there are, I forget how many teams from Robertson County that are on the, that do the KCBS sanctioned events and stuff like that. But there's a lot of them from Robertson County. So
Are our buddies from the plant going to be there?
yeah,
Wastewater
Brian.
plant.
Yeah, Big B will be there.
Yeah, we love them. They're our neighbors. They're good folks. But so we always root for them, because we're like, go, yeah,
So,
that's great.
and Red Wilkins, who is another one that he's just kind of starting out and getting into the cooking part of it.
Yeah.
But he was up in Kentucky at a wings or a chicken contest and won first place in that. So
Wow.
yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I guess I
That's
should
good
say
stuff.
Jason, but everybody knows him as Red, so that's what I'm going to
Okay.
say.
So give me the hours because I know we're going to be crazy all over the place this weekend because we've got a kid doing travel ball. So we're going to be on the baseball park, but we are going to have some window of time on Saturday morning. I know.
Saturday morning.
So what's Saturday morning? What are the hours that we could come by and when do they have the
barbecue ready? I think it's either 11:30 or 12. I think
Okay.
I get confused if it's
Okay.
they can start turning in at 11:30 and the eating starts at 12.
Yeah.
But it's right around the lunchtime hour.
Oh, that's
so,
perfect.
yeah.
Because I want to do some of the Seeds of Hope stuff, and because I want to go and see some of these gardens, and then I know my husband's going to want to stop in and check out the barbecue for sure.
Yeah, and the farmers market will be
of
going on
course,
down there
of
too.
course.
So
Yeah. See, I forgot to mention farmers market. We've got so much stuff going on this weekend, and then let's talk about the sponsor for the barbecue throwdown. Let's talk about Cobb Hill Homes.
Actually, there's two of them this year.
Oh, okay.
I've got to throw that out there.
Okay.
Bubba Doris, who is a commissioner,
Okay.
is also a barbecue
Enthusiast
himself, and he is what is it? Bubba's Smoking Pig is the
Okay.
name of his, and he has jumped in there this year big time, and he is a sponsor.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay, so it's not just a Cobb Hill Homes
Not just a
sponsorship
Cobb Hill
this year.
Homes thing.
Okay.
It's and like I say, it's the Robertson County Fair Association Barbecue Throwdown sponsored by. So
I gotcha.
And like I say, we've done it for many years. And like I say, this year has been a little hard, back and forth things, and my Diana, bless her heart, she's at home right now in the bed with she has a lupus flare going on right now. So,
Oh, Diana, my gosh,
and
bless your heart.
and like I
So,
say,
yeah.
she had one. It was several months ago, but she was down for almost an entire month where she couldn't hardly
wow.
function. So we're hoping it's not going to be that bad, but
Yeah.
so she probably won't be down there this year.
Okay.
Unless she gets to feeling better between now and then. But even if you think you're feeling better, then you get out and you get to doing things, then you go right back down. So
Yeah. Well, God bless y'all, man. We'll be praying you guys stay well. You looking good? You getting out there and staying healthy?
well, getting out there, not staying healthy. I mean, I need to be eating better and all that kind of stuff with every illness and I've got under the sun. But
Yeah.
um,
Well, y'all just take care of yourselves. But we appreciate so much all y'all do for the community. And so Cobb Hills Homes is one of the sponsors.
and then
along with Doris.
Yeah, Bubba Doris
Okay.
and Bubba's Smoking Pig.
Okay.
And like I say, he has his barbecue trailer. He'll. He's not in the contest this year, but he'll be, down there
Overseeing, making sure it's
overseeing,
done right.
yeah. So
There you go.
and like I say, Bubba, he's just a good old boy, So
All right. Well, good deal. So it's a good time, guys. It is so much fun. Any of these things that we do at the fairgrounds, again, it's just getting together. It's that family reunion kind of thing, community reunion. And this is the time to really get into it because summertime, everybody's out. So you've got the farmer's market that you can go. Then you can eat some barbecue and vote for your favorite. Of course, the chicken wings on Friday night market. Go to Seeds of Hope on Saturday morning and
go fish at the
go
park.
fish at the park for the free fishing.
And and all of that is within just a 1 mile radius,
Yeah,
something
it's
like
all
that.
right there. And It's just the coolest thing. You could probably park at Springfield Baptist or something like that and just walk to everything.
Yeah. So
It would be a nice stroll, but it would be doable for sure. If you ever go to downtown Nashville and park your car and walk, you could totally walk at one of the churches over there, or park at one of the churches and just walk all over and have a good
exactly
workout.
right.
Yeah.
And the way the city has the greenways and stuff like that. I mean, once you get down to the fairgrounds, or you can walk, straight down Main Street and hit the greenway down through there and cross over and come by the fairgrounds and stop and then walk on over to
the greenway. I hadn't even thought about that. You could park at Garner, off Garner Street there at the park, and hop up on the greenway and walk to everything.
Yeah.
I mean, truly, have the best day, and the weather's going to be nice. But let's just go through the list of everything again. So we've got the wing competition on. Okay, well, I'll see if you can do it. I know what's going on. You see if you can do it for me.
We have the wing competition that starts at 7.
Okay.
And then we have obviously First Friday Night Market going on, and then we have Saturday morning is I want to say Martha's Song all the time, but it's Seeds of Hope. Seeds of Hope. Tour, and you can get
self-guided.
Yeah, it's a self-guided tour, and that I know and I've seen it on Facebook and places like that. Different, the different locations and stuff like that. Then you have the fishing rodeo at the Travis Price Park, and then you have the People's Choice Barbecue and the Farmers Market. Did I get it all?
You got it. You did very good. And, you mentioned Martha's Song. One of the reasons we love that so much is because Penny Callis is so involved with that, and she's one of y'all's realtors with Cobb Hill Homes.
That's exactly right.
There you go. See how it just all wraps around? It's just it's just going to be a great weekend. And some of the places that you can go through the Seeds of Hope Garden Tour, Tours of Gardens, Seeds of Hope Tour of Gardens. You're going to get to go to Bernard Farms. You're going to go to Hancock's, to Heads. You've got the Southern Growers. You've got the Woodards over on Garner Street. Let's see, who all have we got? I'm trying to find all the list here. There's just a bunch of stops. Got Mayhole Farms is a stop. And you can go to Martha Song's Facebook page and see all the different stops. You've got the Ellis Garden is going to be, it's up there. It's on Garner Street as well. Of course, you got Custom Cuts, Bernard Farms. If you've not been out there to Bernard's and Hancock's and Heads, they're all just doing so great. I love these farm stores. You got Kevin Mead and Darren Richardson's garden, just a beautiful garden that you can go and visit. Hancock Family Farms, again, you see their store right there on the main road. The Woodard Garden, I'm excited to see it because it's a new garden. Do you know the Woodards?
Yes.
They're missionaries that have moved back, and he was talking about they have had 23 different houses and 23 different gardens. They know their stuff.
Yeah.
So that's really the one I really want to go talk to the most, because I'm just curious about where to plant stuff and all that, all those things. So I'm super excited about all the things going on this weekend. Oh my goodness, it's going to be great.
Well, and I might throw out there that the Hancocks and the Bernards and the Heads, all of those, I want to say got their good start at the farmers market.
Yes, they did.
They started out, with just trucks down there, and now they've built some beautiful businesses.
They really have.
Yeah.
They really have. And we visited with Julie Bernard just recently whenever they got their Rising Star Award from the Chamber. That was just so funny. They got him good, man. It was awesome. They surprised him. And I've, we've had Hancock's has been a sponsor of the program some, and they're just a wonderful family. And the Heads, of course, she was the president for a couple of years, and we never could get her in here because she's so busy.
Yeah, she stays busy. And
I love their business. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It is beautiful. Their homemade ice cream. Oh, it's good. If I go to farmer's market, I have to have it.
Yeah, that's exactly
I have to have it. If I'm at the farmer's market, that's what I want. And it is so good. And they're just great. All these wonderful families. So that's Seeds of Hope, that you can go and see all those things. But you can get those tickets at Eventbrite, and it all goes to the Martha Song Foundation. That if you are somebody in Robeson County that has dealt with cancer, and they're going to, it's a gift of $500 just to help you. So anybody that has had that if you're dealing with cancer in Robeson County, men or women, they want to help you. And having both my mom and my sister both passed away from cancer, and it's a lot. it's a lot when you're going through it, you know? And so, just can't say enough about what a sweet nonprofit that is, and want you to be a part of it. So go to Eventbrite, get your tickets for the Seeds of Hope Garden Tour. Make that part of your morning on Saturday, and it's a self-guided tour. I want to say from 9 to 3, something like that. Yeah. So you can pop in there and visit. You can pop over, get you some barbecue. You can check out the farmers market on Saturday. Just a wonderful, go fishing that morning first, and then go to the Seeds of Hope. If you've got, you have to have a 14-year-old or younger to go fishing.
Yeah.
Us older folks can't go, go fishing and
now
compete.
We can take our grandkid.
Yes, you can. And
go.
They love it. They love it. But again, my tip is to bring a tarp, small tarp, to kind of portion off your little area to put your chair on so you're not standing in goose mess.
Yeah.
That was the big surprise last year. I was like, ooh.
Yeah, the geese, they do.
Yeah, they're there.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't realize, I didn't realize that they're not there all the time. They just happen to be right now because they fly through.
Yeah.
And so I kind of thought they were that's just their home. But no. It's while they're migrating. And they just happen to be there during our fishing rodeo.
Yeah.
But Terry's talking about how they have to go out and wash all that down all the time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's the only thing that you have to deal with, I'd say, is kind of ick. But, yeah, so. But you can manage. So what are we missing, my friend?
I think that just about covers it. Like I say, the main thing is just to get the word out, just to let everybody know that tomorrow night, at 7:00 kicks off the Roberts County Barbecue Throwdown, so I know there's going to be 45 different judges from the KCBS coming in.
Really?
And I guess I need to throw this out too, because, we're all about trying to bring people in, from other states, just to visit our beautiful city and county and all that. So, I mean, we have teams, again, from Alabama and Kentucky, and I think as far away as Indiana, and over into Georgia, and then like some of the judges, they're coming in from several states away just to be a part of this contest. They really enjoy it because the way our fairgrounds are set up, there's plenty of electricity, plenty of water. A lot of these contests, even the real big contest, Perry Pratt, who is actually the director of or overseer of this contest, he has Big Orange Smokers in his own right, but and wins a lot of competitions. So he does not compete in this one. He just oversees this one. But he said a lot of them that he goes and judges, they'll just be set up underneath a tent somewhere. If it's pouring down rain or something, they've been ankle deep in water to where. We have the red building inside to where all the judges are in there, air conditioned, and it's
nice.
It's really nice, So they really enjoy having a nice, dry, air conditioned place to come judge.
And one thing I remember when you first started doing this, one of the best features as a sponsor is you get to sample all the unusual things that they bring.
Oh yeah, they're doing a dessert category this year.
Really?
Yes, and it's amazing to see the different desserts that come in.
Interesting.
Yeah.
They do them on the grill.
I don't know how they do the desserts. I mean, but there is a dessert category, and like I say, they have pies, cake, anything that you care to imagine. They're like you say, the anything but competition, which I don't know if they're going to do that one again this year or not. I'd have to ask Perry. I don't think they are, but you've got lobster. I mean, you name it.
Yeah.
It would be coming through there.
Yeah.
And a couple of times it would be just like a loaded baked potato would be the anything but, and people sitting there with their lobster like saying, wait a minute, I've got lobster here, but it's what the judges like. So
yeah, and they would do the loaded baked potato on the grill.
Yeah, well, yeah, you bake potato and then you do, and then you've got the barbecue in there and everything else, and
yum. And I'm getting hungry.
Yeah,
I'm getting hungry, man. This is so good. I love this. This is awesome. We did turkeys on our smoker yesterday, and they turned out fabulous. That was so good. I mean, there's this what you can do with a grill is so much fun, and that let me just kind of plug real quick the Fire Cured Festival that's coming up on August 24th. Are you gonna have anything to do with that? That's the spring. Springfield City's putting that on. That's Ace Timbermeyer is.
Yeah.
She's keeping all the plates in the air for that one as our tourism coordinator. But the Fire Cured Festival, this is the first year for that, and it ties in with the smoking barns and all of that. That's one of the most unique things about this county are the smoking barns. My brother-in-law, I will never forget it. Oh my goodness, it's so funny. When we moved here in '92, he's a pipe fitter, and so he came down. Our house, I don't know if you knew this or not. Our house was one of them that was condemned over by the airport for noise.
Okay.
And we moved it. And because we had to have the deed said you could not have we didn't have a house we could live in on the property, but we needed to have living instant. We had to have, and so they would not let us have even any kind of a trailer. It was against the deed, because they didn't want to build a trailer park out there. Right. So we had to find some way to live there. So we bought this house from the airport authority and moved it and reconstructed it. And I mean, and it was basically, we had to build the basement area and all that kind of stuff, but it had to be repiped, all that.
Yeah.
So my brother-in-law came down and did that. And so he was driving down 49, first time he ever came to Robertson County, and one of the barns was just billowing smoke. And he pulled in and went banging on the door. Your barn's on fire.
Yeah, and people look like
and the farmer came out. And he looked at him. And you can tell he wasn't from around here because of the accent. Because they're from the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. That's practically Canada, and so they talk real funny. And so he looked at him, looked him up and down. He looked out the barn. He goes, "That's a back of barn. It's supposed to smoke." It was so funny. It was so funny.
That's exactly right.
Yeah,
So,
it was great. But anyway, I had my friends from Ukraine here too one year when the barns were smoking, and we went all over trying to let them see the smoking barns because they'd never seen anything like it.
Yeah,
it's unique.
Yeah. So I mean, and it's like you hear so many stories like that. But, But yeah, like I say, the history of Robertson County, just all the way down, is just phenomenal.
Yeah,
really.
It really is.
And I love being part of this community and have been a part of this community since before it was a county.
Yeah.
So.
Your family's been here a minute.
We've been here a day or two.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, let me do my break. I just realized we're sitting here just visiting, but talking with Trent Cobb with Cobb Hill Homes. He is also one of our building inspectors here in Robertson County, and just a great guy and part of the fair board and all the things, and helping to bring us the barbecue throwdown, the big wings competition tomorrow night, and then of course the barbecue competition on Saturday. We'll recap that in just a second, but we do need to talk about another great thing in our community, and this is another thing you could do after you're done with all this weekend. You can go to the races on Saturday night. You can go up to the old Highland Rim Speedway. And you need to, we keep saying Highland Rim Speedway because you have to follow Highland Rim Speedway on social media to find them. They kept that social media presence, but when you get there, you see that big eagle with the flag and Veterans Motorplex, so you know that you're at the right place. Got the big banner, Jesus is Lord. He's a big old Jesus freak like us. So you know you're in the right place. And they have really revamped the Speedway. It is so family friendly. There's no alcohol served or allowed. So that means you can bring your kids and not have to worry about. One of my first experiences going to the big tractor pull up in Louisville when I was a kid, because that was something we did, is I had a beer spilt on me and I was a little kid. And I'll never forget it. I thought that's the nastiest thing. But I mean, that's one of my most vivid memories as a kiddo. You don't have to worry about that, because that doesn't happen at this. You can bring, for $40, you can bring up to 6 kids and 2 adults in, $40 ticket price, and experience racing. So much fun. I went several times last year. It is a absolute blast. We raced through October. It's a fast quarter-mile high-banked asphalt bull ring, fun for the whole family. They got a concession stand. A lot of the local kids, that's their first summer job, working at the racetrack and working in the concession stand. Some of my students have worked out there. Love Jerry so much. He's a great sponsor of this program. But we're racing this weekend, weather permitting. They did get rained out this past Saturday, but you need to follow them on social media to make sure they're going to be racing. But if it's raining, you can't. But the weather's looking good this weekend. So go and do all the things we've been unpacking and then go to the race this Saturday night. It'll be a great day for you. But again, that's up in Greenbrier, 6801 Kelly Willis Road in Greenbrier, to the Old Highland Rim Speedway, Veterans Motorplex. When you get by there, you always want to let them know that you turn essential. Talking with Trent Cobb with Cobb Hill Homes and building inspector and all the things and barbecue throwdown this weekend. So do the big invite.
starts at 7 o'clock at the Roberts County Fairgrounds. Is the People's Choice Wing Competition, and all the proceeds go to benefit my father's house. Come hungry and come with a pocket full of money.
Yes.
Does not cost anything to get in, and every dime you donate goes to a worthy cause.
You better believe it.
So, and then Saturday morning at lunchtime starts the People's Choice Barbecue. So I know on Friday night we've got 30 different wings to try, and
Wow.
then on Saturday we'll have 25 different pans of barbecue to try.
Oh my goodness!
So-
I'm hungry. Come hungry. So, like I said, go to the Seeds of Hope tour of gardens, then go eat some barbecue, check out the farmers market.
Go fishing.
Just go fishing Saturday morning. You got to have a kid with you. You can't
Yeah.
fish adults. You got to have a kid with you.
Yeah.
But it's just a great weekend to be in
Go
Robertson County.
listen to Buzzy Pool.
No, Friday night. Come
Oh,
on.
wait a minute. Whoa. Tommy Marsh is going to kill me. He's going to be playing Friday night.
He's going to
will
be playing at the Wings
Friday night.
competition. Oh man, Crooked
Yes.
Eye.
Yes.
What?
Why did I just now
Do you
think
know
of
what?
that?
Do you know what hours he's going to be
I
there?
think he'll be playing from about 7 to 8.
Oh my gosh! So you can
so-
hear Crooked Eye over at the wing competition,
Well, Crooked Eye and friends too. So he's got a couple of guys coming with him. So I mean, it's
and then you got
Wow.
Buzzy Pool down on the square.
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay. We'll talk about
Tommy. I'm so sorry.
if you've not met or heard Tommy Marsh, Crooked Eye Tommy, oh, you just don't know what you're missing. He's all over town. And the Blues Festival is coming up in September at the
Yes.
fairgrounds. We don't want to forget to mention that. And I'll have him in to talk that up.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Well, we've got so many wonderful things happening in Robertson County, and this is a real good week to be in Robertson County.
That's exactly
So
right.
we'll recap all this for everybody tomorrow. But I'm so glad you could come in. Thank you, United Way, for giving your slot today. I talked to Brian. He was like, absolutely. Let him come in and talk about it. So thank you
There you go.
so much. Thank you guys for joining us. We are completely out of time and then some. This is 1100 WSGI. Thank you so much. Tomorrow's Faith Friday. Join us. Lisa Ford will be joining us.